I've come to San Francisco for an injection of West Coast optimism. I'm here to meet an entrepreneur and inventor who's made fortunes several times over from the internet boom and the digital revolution. This is someone who firmly believes that friends are electric. Brewster Kahle is the founder and self-styled digital librarian of the Internet Archive, a not-for-profit organisation that's embarked on an ambitious programme to scan and digitise every book in the world and to make them available on the internet to all comers for free. Subject, of course, to the objections of copyright holders. But the thing that sets this apart from similar projects, like Google's for example, is that the Internet Archive doesn't just turn books into data, it also preserves them in their physical form. The archive's stated aim is to get a copy of every book ever published, an ink on paper seed bank, just in case. So, what do you get for the librarian who wants everything? Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 could be a good choice. A novel about a society in which books are banned and burned by the authorities, while rebels in the underground learn them off by heart to preserve them. Yes, that sounds about right.
Now, people can understand the kind of digital aspect of this digital, the Internet Archive. But the fact is you're as passionate about physical books as you are about digital books. So every digital version you have the physical book.
We wanted to make sure that that copy was not lost, because in some sense it's like the specimen of a butterfly or an ant that defines a species. This might be the book that defines the digital version that lives on forever. So the idea is to preserve those physical books. And so we're now figured out a mechanism, technology, for basically storing these in temperature and humidity controls very inexpensively for the long term.
And you love, obviously, looking at your library. You love the way that books look, the way they feel, and in a way, what you've got done and how you've gone about it is to retain that sense of the particularity of each book that you're reading and its moment in time.
Oh yes, it's for the love of books. I mean, what treasures they are. I mean, so many people have spent so many years not just writing the words, but also making the physical artifact and about it, how it's laid out. And so if we're going to go and try to offer these books with the same gusto that we grew up with to the next generation, let's do it as well as possible. We may go and use them in new and different ways and take them apart and fly them into virtual reality worlds. Great, but let's not lose the treasures that are the physical books that our society has grown on for a few centuries. We get 10 million downloads a month of these old books. 10 million, that's pretty good. And the idea of a worldwide population diving in to materials that are decades, centuries old, I think is quite encouraging.
I brought you a gift, Brewster, for the library. This is a Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. I've chosen it rather selectively because this is a rather important book for your library, I think.
Oh, I think this is a fantastic book. Of course it was, but you know, I think he was somewhat wrong. The idea that there's people going out and burning books, actually, I'm not sure is the real problem. It's that it's getting flooded, that there's just so much information. So surfacing great books like this is the right thing to do. But I think this does add a good compendium at the end, which is people become books. They incorporate, they read a book so much that they become the book and they can recite the book. So it asks us, which book are we? And I think everybody that's read one of these said, okay, if I were walking around in the woods, what book would I be? And I think I would be either Euclid's Elements, that was written at the Library of Alexandria, or Ben Franklin's autobiography. What book would you be?
That's a very interesting one. Only because it was an important book to me, I would be Candide by Voltaire, you know, that book.
Good one. Good one, yes. I mean, that's not just a book, it's a style of life. It's terrific.
To end the tour, Brewster took me into the archive's inner sanctum.
This is pretty extraordinary. Explain this to me.
Welcome to the Internet Archive.
Who are they?
These are terracotta archivists. These are us. These are the people that are building the archive.
Originally a Christian Scientist temple, the building remains a temple of a sort. Anyone who works here for 5 years is immortalized in clay, just like the warriors and foot soldiers of ancient China.
We see ourselves in a step in a long tradition. Yes, people think, oh, the digital world, everything's new again. We can reinvent everything. We don't have to read history. We don't think that's true in the least. So let me show you something else.
Yeah.
There's the actual servers, the stacks, the materials that actually are serving the public are here in this space as well. These are the actual computer systems that store books, music, and video. Every light that's blinking is either somebody uploading or downloading something. Those are people all over the world accessing millions of books. The idea that every one of those lights represents somebody caring, somebody using, somebody leveraging the library, sort of in some sense brings a physicality to a very digital world.